Hi everybody, it's Andy and welcome to my office in Modesto, California. I'm an attorney licensed to practice law in California as well as New York. In this video, I'm going to go over California law on prenuptial agreements, specifically the timing and the scheduling involved if you actually want to sign one. So if you do want to sign one in California, like you're getting married, you want to have a prenup, if you've looked into it at all, you probably have encountered mention of a period of 7 days. 7 days has to elapse between this time, and it's required, and if you don't do that, then your prenup's invalid. Is that true? If it's true, what do I have to do, etc., etc. So the rule about 7 days basically is not a myth. It's not called the 7-day rule, but there is a requirement in California about 7 days. So the operative law here is going to be California Family Code section 1615C. Which I'll go ahead and write over here as well as paste and link it down below in the description for you. So go ahead and take a look at that if you are interested. But the basic idea behind the 7-day rule is this. If you don't have a lawyer and you are being asked to sign a prenuptial agreement, the law says that you have to have at least 7 days between the time that you are presented with a copy of the prenuptial agreement and the time that you actually sign the prenuptial agreement. So the time difference between these two dates has to be at least 7 days. So if for whatever reason you don't have 7 days, like let's say you have 6 days, 6.5 days, etc., your prenuptial agreement can be declared invalid if it's ever needed. Hopefully, if you have a prenuptial agreement, you never need it. But if you have, if you do need it at some point and you did not have the 7 days, then that prenuptial agreement cannot be enforced against you. So a kind of follow-on question to this that I often encounter basically is, Andy, we both have lawyers. The wedding is in 4 days. Can we sign the prenup and get out of the 7-day thing because we didn't know about it until it was too late? And the answer to that question actually is yes. You can actually get out of the 7-day waiting period, I guess, for lack of a better word. You can get out of it if you have a lawyer representing you from the very beginning. And the reason you can do that is because if you read that 7-day rule statute, like 1615C2 specifically, it actually says 7 days between the time you are presented with the agreement and advised to seek legal counsel and the time that you actually sign it. So the thing is, it's a dual condition, I guess. Presented and advised to seek legal counsel and the date of signing. There has to be at least 7 days between these two. And if you kind of think about it, I guess, for a little bit, if you already have legal counsel, you would not be advised to go seek it. It doesn't make any sense. So if you have legal counsel already from the outset of the case, then the 7-day period technically never, it never starts, it's inapplicable to you because you would not be advised to seek legal counsel, so the clock never starts, I guess. That's what makes more sense to me. So that's basically it. If you don't have legal counsel from the very beginning, the 7-day rule does apply to you. And if you do have legal counsel from the very beginning, then the 7-day rule does not. I can tell you that a lot of people actually will hire lawyers to do the prenup just to get out of the 7-day rule. The 7-day rule is well-intentioned, but I think in a lot of cases it's not something that really helps people, I guess. It can be more of an inconvenience than not. So hopefully that made sense. The takeaway basically is two things. Number one is there is a 7-day rule in California for those of us who do not have attorneys, I guess, in prenuptial cases. And it's 7 days between the time you are presented with the agreement and advised to seek legal counsel and the time that you actually sign it. There has to be at least 7 days between these two. And the second takeaway is that if you have a lawyer from the very beginning of the kind of prenup negotiation, then the 7-day rule does not apply to you at all. So yeah, I guess hopefully that made sense. Go ahead and rewatch this video if you want. Take a look at 1615C down below. And go ahead and like, share, subscribe, comment, all that nice stuff. And I will talk to you guys next time. Thanks.